And now, let's join ace broadcaster Mamode Akugha as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, Mamode Akugha. We kickstart the program today with a report on the performance of traditional burial rites, otherwise known as Iken rites, for His Royal Majesty OGIAME IKENWOLI I, the departed Olu of WARRI, who was laid to rest recently at the Royal Burial Grounds in IJALLA, WARRI South local government area of Delta State, according to Ishekiri customs and traditions. Next in our lineup is an update on the ongoing forensic audit of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. And finally, in today's package is a report on efforts being made by a non-governmental organization to rehabilitate and transform deviant youths in the Niger Delta region and other parts of the country. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region will be back after this timeout. Don't go away.
Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, determined to make a difference.
Welcome back. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. Traditional burial rites for the 20th Olu of WARRI Kingdom, His Royal Majesty OGIAME IKENWOLI I, were performed on Monday, the 10th of May 2021 by the Olu designate, Prince Shola EMIKO. Known as Iken, the burial rites commenced at Ishekiri, otherwise known as Big WARRI, the traditional headquarters of the Ishekiri nation, and terminated at the Royal Burial Grounds in IJALLA, both in WARRI South local government area of Delta State. With the mandatory Iken rites done, the Olu designate, Prince Shola EMIKO, has now commenced the Idaniken rites, which is a period of seclusion lasting 3 traditional months. He will reappear in public to be crowned as the 21st Olu of WARRI Kingdom. 5 months after he reportedly joined his ancestors, the royal remains of OGIAME IKENWOLI I, the 20th Olu of WARRI, was last week moved from Ishekiri, the traditional headquarters of the Ishekiri nation, to the Royal Cemetery in IJALLA, WARRI South local government area of Delta State, in a ceremony known as Iken rites. Performed by the Olu designate and Omoba Prince Shola EMIKO, the Iken rite is a major step and a mandatory requirement for the next Olu of WARRI. Born on the 19th of March 1955 to His Majesty OGIAME Irijuwa II, the 18th Olu of WARRI, who reigned from 1951 to 1986, Godfrey IKENWOLI EMIKO was crowned the 20th Olu of WARRI on the 12th day of December 2015 in a well-attended ceremony by dignitaries from across the Nigerian Federation. A graduate of business administration from the University of Benin, Edo State, OGIAME IKENWOLI reigned for 5 years from December 2015 to December 2020. A tireless worker for peace, OGIAME IKENWOLI built bridges of ethnic cooperation and harmony across the country. Known to enjoy a good laugh every once in a while, OGIAME IKENWOLI cared so much for the infrastructural development of communities within his domain and never shied away from speaking the truth. Last year, when he visited Koko to inspect a shoreline protection project embarked upon by the NDDC, he openly condemned the project.
This is no job at all. I feel bad that such a shoddy job is done in my community. So because of the strategic location of the community, and this is the only road leading to the community, that was why they said, okay, let them do a shoreline protection to protect the community and the road. But with this cannot stand this test of time. No, cannot. I've seen shoreline protection all over the place. I've never seen anyone like this. So this job should be terminated, and a good contractor should be gotten to come and do a good job for us.
OGIAME IKENWOLI's reign as the 20th Olu of WARRI may have come to an end, But for the Shekiris, as one chapter in their history ends, another one begins. For 37-year-old Olu designate Prince Shola EMIKO, performance of the Iken rite has further cemented his selection as the next Olu of WARRI. According to Prince Yemi EMIKO, the Olu designate, Prince Shola EMIKO, is king already, only awaiting formal coronation.
The successor to the throne must compulsorily take Ike to IJALLA. Where we are coming from now is called IJALLA. That is the royal cemetery. So it's a critical step towards where we are going, which is ascendancy to the throne of the Olu of WARRI. In fact, from today, we have started to call him OGIAME. Technically, he has become king today. He has become the next Olu of WARRI today. So if he's not here, then there's no Ike going to IJALLA.
The Olulaye of WARRI Kingdom and Secretary of the Council of Chiefs, Eugene Ikomi, says the Olu designate will now go into a period of seclusion known as Idaniken.
The Omoba today has performed the Iken rites, and immediately after this is going into seclusion for a period of what you can say is 2.5 months. 3 months really, but in our custom is lunar months, which is usually 27 days or 23 days, as the case may be. This ceremony is very significant to the Shekiris. It means the processes towards crowning the Olu of WARRI has gone into its second leg.
Upon return to WARRI from IJALLA, where he successfully performed the Iken rite, Prince Shola EMIKO walked the streets of WARRI accompanied by some chiefs and enthusiastic Ishekiri youths to the residence where he will perform the Idaniken rites of seclusion. As the day of coronation beckons for Prince Shola EMIKO, Director of Palace Protocols and Esan of WARRI Kingdom, Chief Solomon Aranyeka, says, in spite of initial disagreements over the selection process, the Shekiris stand as one.
Now tradition has been fulfilled and everybody has decided to follow what is true, what is good for us, what is fitting to the Shekiri people. We are known for color, we are known for decency, we are known for beauty, like you could see today when we went for the ceremony in IJALLA. For now, the Shekiris are one. Whether from America, from the United Kingdom, from Dubai, from everywhere you can think about, Shekiris are one and united.
Filmmaker and media practitioner, Comrade Alex Eyengo, who describes the seeming rivalry between the Iyashere and Olubushere of WARRI Kingdom as unnecessary, says since it has become evidently clear that the selection of Prince Shola EMIKO as Olu designate cannot be reversed, it was now imperative to bring back the Olubushere Chief Iriye Mami into the fold so he can perform his role as the Olubushere.
Those who think that they are the one who brought the Olu designate to where he is today, they should allow the other people who the train left at the station, but who are willing to catch up with the train and hop in. They should allow them to hop in the overall interest of the Shekiri nation. The Olubushere should be part of all the processes leading ultimately to the coronation of the Olu designate, Prince Omoba Shola EMIKO.
While calling for the suspension of Chief Ayiri to be lifted, popular television evangelist in Delta State, Stephen Bejero, says Ishekiri unity should not be compromised by anyone.
That suspension of Olubushere at Abrata is uncalled for. To the best of my knowledge, it's uncalled for. And that suspension must be revoked for peace to reign. What the Shekiri nation actually needed today is unity, peace. See, in the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, in St. Matthew chapter 12, verse 24, it's clear. You see, Our Lord Jesus Christ told humanity, a kingdom that divides against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So the Shekheris must be united. What we need is unity and not suspension.
As the nation anxiously awaits the eventual coronation of Prince Shola EMIKO as the 21st Olu of Warri, it is hoped that the ceremony will be done in an atmosphere of peace, unity, and brotherly love, traits for which the Shekheris have been known for over the years.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Few weeks after the project's verification phase of the ongoing forensic audit of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, was flagged off in Akwa Ibom State, the field forensic auditors were in Rivers State recently to ascertain the status of projects awarded by the Commission from its inception in 2001 to August 2019. Correspondent Chika Bodozie, who monitored the project's verification exercise, filed in this report.
Soon after the project's verification stage of the ongoing forensic audit was flagged off last month in Uyo, 16 field forensic auditors were deployed to 9 states of the Niger Delta to ascertain the actual status of projects awarded by the Commission since its inception in 2001 and determine if such projects were executed according to specification. So far, the field forensic auditors have visited several project sites in Rivers State, including Port Harcourt City and Obiakpo local government areas. While some of the projects inspected had been completed and delivered by contractors, many others were either stalled or completely abandoned. One of the abandoned projects was a contract awarded for renovation of 2 units of a 3-story building at the Nigerian Navy Barracks, Borokiri in Port Harcourt. It was discovered that there were several stalled projects initiated by the NDDC in Port Harcourt and Obiakpo local government areas, one of which is a contract awarded for the construction of a Niger Delta Regional Specialist Orthopedic Hospital. The physical verification of projects awarded by the NDDC over a period of 19 years is described as a crucial stage of the ongoing forensic audit of the Commission.
We intend to establish the exact status of all contracts for projects and programs in all the constituent states during the period under review, classified into completed, ongoing, abandoned, terminated, taken over, and most importantly, non-existence. 2. Compare the total amount of resources expended with the value of the value of what was delivered to the Commission in terms of projects and programs execution, and establish if such value is commensurate with the resources expended.
As the ongoing forensic audit of the NDDC nears its conclusion stage, it is the expectation of communities in the Niger Delta that it produces fruitful results in their collective interests.
We just want to pray that this activity will give rise to a fruitful outcome. Let the project be completed.
The contractors who have been paid and they have not done their project should be asked to go back to site. Otherwise, they should go to prison instead of causing the hardship that people are passing through abandonment of projects.
At the end of the ongoing projects verification exercise across 9 states of the Niger Delta, the field forensic auditors will submit their findings to lead forensic auditors operating at the NDDC headquarters, who will in turn transmit a comprehensive report to the presidency through the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs.
Inside the Niger Delta.
United States Ambassador to Nigeria, BETH LEONARD recently visited the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs in Abuja and engaged officials of the ministry on issues of peace and development in the Niger Delta region. At the meeting, the American envoy endorsed the ministry's roadmap for sustainable development of the region and gave it kudos for completing the long-awaited NDDC permanent headquarters building in Port Harcourt. She, however, noted that there was need to hasten the process of enacting the proposed Petroleum Industry Act to ensure equitable participation for host communities in the petroleum industry.
Also, I think that we're all looking forward to the petroleum industry bill becoming a reality, so that there can be a predictable basis for entrants, companies who are entering in that or operating in that sphere, and a predictable set of expectations for the populations of the Niger Delta in that regard.
Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, who appreciated the United States government for its avowed commitment to peace and development in the Niger Delta, assured his guests that it remains one of the most peaceful regions in the country, despite the challenges it has had to contend with over the years.
As of today, you can see the very difficult challenges in the region, but the Niger Delta region is probably one of the most peaceful. This ministry is mandated by Mr. President to work very hard to ensure that the peace remains and that the IOCs and the other companies working in the region have a very, very peaceful atmosphere to operate, because it will be mutually beneficial to not just the companies that are coming in, but also to the host communities.
On the deteriorating state of security across the country, the Honorable Minister of Niger Delta Affairs said the government of President Muhammadu Buhari was working assiduously to address an ugly situation caused by exclusionary policies of successive governments in time past.
With a population of over 200 million, if there is a refugee crisis in Nigeria, West Africa cannot contain us. So it is in the interest of the global community for Nigeria to remain peaceful. The government is up to its responsibilities, and the government is working very hard to ensure a peaceful nation.
The Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs was created in 2008 to address issues of environmental degradation, poverty, and underdevelopment plaguing the Niger Delta region. When in August 2019, Senator Godswill Akpabio and Omotayo Alasho-Adura were given the mandate to coordinate development initiatives in the region, they were given 5 deliverables, including close monitoring of infrastructural projects, as well as supervision and harmonization of NDDC activities, all of which are on course. They are optimistic that with a paradigm shift in managing affairs of both the NDDC and the Niger Delta Ministry, the Niger Delta region will be transformed in no distant time.
Inside the Niger Delta.
What happened was that she came for a supposed job interview, which I used reverse psychology on her. I asked her whether she can work in a farm. Where hard drugs are kept. I asked her whether she can work in a farm where hard drugs are kept as a secretary. And she said that she can, that she's ready to do the job. So when she came, I revealed to her that this farm doesn't exist. There's no farm like that. It was just a hoax. Let me put it that way. So then I told her that before she leaves, that I would like to have sex with her, and she agreed. But she gave a condition that I should use a condom, which I did. And while I removed the condom, she became furious, and she took the nearby stabilizer to hit me on my head, and then she beat my left ring finger and tried to reach for the door, screaming and tried to reach for the door. So while I was bleeding, in a bid to stop her, I used the stabilizer to hit her. And when I hit her, she fell and started bleeding. Then thereafter, she died. I'm not happy about it, but I believe that the Commissioner of Police is working with his men, and he has assured Nigerians, he has assured Akwa Ibomites and the entire world that justice will take its course. So you guys should just hold on and wait and see.
He was brought to the police station eventually. At this point, he was still denying. He kept denying. And at the end of the day, under serious questioning, he broke down and confessed to having killed the young girl. This made the case to change from anti-kidnapping to homicide department, which investigates murder. Immediately, he led police officers to the scene where they saw the shallow grave, and the body of the deceased, may her soul rest in peace, was exhumed. Investigation is still ongoing. We are not foreclosing anything. I will urge Nigerians, instead of going to the press or the media with unclarified or funny information, they should pass it on to the police. Police will investigate. We are still open to find out if it is true that Frank belongs to any body harvesting organization. It's open to, we are open, the investigation is open, the case file will eventually go to DPP, and eventually the justice will take its course.
Inside the Niger Delta. Introducing from the heart of Nigeria's Niger Delta region, a residential estate like no other, Victoria Creek Gardens Estate, VCG2 Airport Road, Port Harcourt, River State. A blend of aesthetics, functionality and simplicity, built into 600 units of safe and comfortable accommodation. Located in an urban serene environment, VCG2 Estate is just 5 minutes away from the Port Harcourt International Airport. It features an already built police station, a shopping mall, hospital, hotel, cinema, club, gym, playground and many other facilities for your comfort. Purchase a home at our irresistible offer today for you and your family, or just simply invest in our real estate for a fantastic return on investments. For more information, call us on 070-410-01558 or visit our office at Plot 14 Woji Road, GRA Phase 2, Port Harcourt. Victoria Creek Gardens Estate, oasis in the garden. Heritage Bank. Service, performance, respect, integrity, innovation, tenacity, excellence. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner. Azikel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Azikel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
The Youth Rescue International Development Organization, a non-governmental organization engaged in transforming deviant youths in the Niger Delta and other parts of the country, recently graduated Batch 8 of its trainees in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Speaking during the graduation ceremony, some of the rehabilitated youth said the 8-month period of their transformation was psychologically and spiritually rewarding. Correspondent Lovely Ofigo has the details.
The Youth Rescue International Development Organization was founded in 2010 by Mr. Nature Dumali Kenge, a former gang member, to locate and transform gang members. Beneficiaries of Mr. Dumali Kenge's transformational program include drug addicts and criminals who are rehabilitated across 2 locations in Port Harcourt and Jos to fit into normal society. During the just concluded 8th batch of the program, 12 out of 20 participants graduated successfully.
When I involved myself into courtesy, I started smoking and I drug and I drink. So most of the times, anytime I drug, I forget myself, I lose guard. Even governments have carried me several times. To the extent they release me free. I thank God for this program.
Coming to a place that people are controlling me to do this, do that, it was difficult. But today we thank God that all through we are here graduating. I'm graduating, but I'm not graduating out of God's presence, because God has brought me in a point of where if I look back and I look now, I can only thank God.
I want to give God the glory for all what He has done for me. He has done exceedingly and so much more in my life by taking me from drug addicts, for taking me from courtesan, for taking me from masturbating, all manners of things that the devil could use to do what? To captivate the youth.
As part of their routine activities, participants in the program are taught to imbibe the principle of non-violence in their way of life. They are also taught how to read and write and build their spiritual lives to overcome the urge to go back to their old ways.
I train them how to read and write. Some of them has challenges of writing and reading, doing all this so that when they go outside they could be able to do some things on their own.
I knew who I was before I came into this program. So after this graduation now I'm feeling like a new man.
I've seen where God is taking me, and now I know my left and right.
My prayer and concern for them is that what they have received will not just die, like that, that they should continue in the good spirit and what they've been taught. Let them continue in whatever they learn, and then never fall back to whatever the lifestyle they've been before.
Bring behind the vision of transforming youths in Nigeria, Mr. Dumale Kenge enjoins Nigerians to shun crime and other deviant behaviors and begin to prepare themselves for future leadership.
We should be hopeful, knowing that it's possible to break out of cultism, from drug addiction, and to live a happy life and a free life, like we can see today in this graduation.
On completion of their transformational training, some of the graduates have indicated interest in acquiring skills to earn a living, while others intend to reunite with their families.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program today. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. We'll be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles showing right now on your screen. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Until next week, I am Mamode Akugha, thanking you for staying with us. Bye for now.